Alright guys, Heretic U here with a Batman battle report. This is going to be Joker versus Poison Ivy. This is going to be like our first test battle, so we're going to have to go over some mechanics as we go. But let's go ahead and start the battle here. Here's Poison Ivy. She moves up to their first objective, and it's a riddle. So basically what you have to do is I call out a number and he rolls a dice. If he gets it spot on, if he rolls the same number as I called out, he would have scored 3 victory points. Because it didn't exactly match, he only scored 1. So Poison Ivy already starting out with a victory point. So the rest of the turn is really just each of the characters moving out. So the way movement works in this game is every model moves 10 centimeters. Now, every model also has a movement stat. In my case, let's say that little Joker clown guy, his movement stat is 2, which means I can allocate 2 sort of like action points. And each action point will equal a d6, and that can increase. I can use that to increase their movement, which you see us doing now.
Your action counters however you want.
Done.
Mark now does his.
Done.
Now you get the first activation.
Alright, so I'm going to activate the clown circus guy. So, what if can I make this? I can. I don't have to spend my movement points if I don't want to.
No.
Right. So it takes 1 to interact.
Technically, you have when you start them all that base, you have to announce what they're going to do.
Oh, okay.
But and mostly it's like anybody's like I'm going to move here and then attack.
So he's going to do a riddle.
Okay.
Bam!
I'll get 3 beat.
Yeah! Good job, clown guy. It's so awesome. So awesome, clown guy. Alright, that's it. I think that's
And the riddle gets removed because it is assault.
Alright. In case you missed that was Mark calling out a 5. So I needed to roll a 5, and I did. So that scored 3 victory points for me. So right off the bat, this turn scored 3 victory points, and then you can see Ivy moving out there. Okay, so moving on, we have I'm just gonna call him the clown with the knife. Is gonna try to run down Poison Ivy there. He's gonna fall short. Way short though. Allocated as much movement as possible to him, but I just couldn't roll high enough. So there's that. Moving on, we've got the baseball bat guy. So he's gonna contact. That's a T virus, or the Titan virus marker, and then you see Harley Quinn doing a giant move out behind that rubble, and so I'm going to run Joker out there, and I'm going to allocate as much movement as possible to him to get line of sight to Harley, which he does, because this particular Joker has a gun, so we'll see how that works out. So guess what? It's a one-shot item, guys. I have line of sight to Harley. I hit a wound, and then she does like some kind of weird cartwheel thing and avoids my giant gun, which is kind of really disappointing to me, because I wanted to take a clip of Joker shooting down Batman's plane, but since the shot was ineffective, it really doesn't work, so he missed. Okay, here we go. Start of turn 3. Some reason this clip, I think, started in the middle of Harley Quinn's move. But anyways, Mark won the initiative, so we went with Harley Quinn, and she's got a big old hammer, about to rain holy hell justice on the Joker for trying to shoot her down. I guess she feels a little betrayed by her boyfriend there, that he tried. Okay, so basically how combat works, Harley is assigned 4 points to combat, so she's going to roll 4 dice on the Joker. You have to beat the defense stat of the model that you're attacking. So I think in this case she needed 4s, and she's gonna hit with this is gonna be a major hit here. She's gonna hit 3 times, and when you hit, for each hit you're gonna roll a damage dice plus I don't know if it's called a critical dice, but I think that's what we ended up calling it at the end of the day. And that does like either bonus damage or whatever. I had allocated 3 points on the Joker to his defense, so he hit 3 times and hit with a critical. And for me, I get to roll 3 basically dodge dice to try to negate that damage, but I failed all 3. As you can see, the Joker is now knocked down because he took about, I think, 7 points of knockout damage. There are 2 types of damage in this game, which is pretty cool. There's knockout damage, which you can actually recover from, and then there's actually, like, you know, blood damage, which is stuff that you cannot recover from. And anytime you take more damage than your I think it's your vitality or something like that, you're actually knocked out, and you can score points that way. So here comes Poison Ivy. She's going to run up and hit, we'll call him Mac the Knife. I believe he takes 3 points of stun damage, which is okay, but he runs around, tries to stab her. I think does a single point of blood damage. And now we have the Ringmaster. He has a big chain, so he's got reach on it, so he doesn't have to be in base, and he does an additional point of knockout damage to her. So that's basically the turn 3. Pretty action-packed turn. So here we go, turn 4. Couple things I forgot to mention. Whenever you take massive damage like that, like the Joker did, in this game he actually starts to lose action points. So for every 2 points of stun, I want to say, I lose an action point. So that's going to be a rough start. Anyways, I win initiative. I start with the clown with the baseball bat. He's going to put everything he's got into Harley, which is his max attack. Can't talk. Was 3, and Harley dodged all of that, so that was awesome. Next up is going to be Ivy. She's going to take a shot at the Ringmaster this time. She's going to hit once and put a stun wound, I guess, or 1. He's going to take 1 stun damage, I should say. And then my turn, I continue to chip away. Other things I forgot to mention, last turn, or the second turn, I actually scored some extra bonus points for being in contact with the Titan virus. So I was controlling that little orange counter that you see right by that building right there. Activate Joker. I remove his knockdown counter, basically saving everything to try to recover all the stun damage. I do take a swing at Harley because she's there, but she dodges pretty easily, so not much happens there. Okay, kids, new turn, new outlook. So I'm up, feeling pretty good. Mark has won initiative, so he is going with. Well, actually, I won initiative, so I go with baseball bat guy again. I take some swings at Harley Quinn, which, of course, again fail. So I don't even know why I'm attacking her. She's pretty hard to hit. Very difficult to hit. She goes with a special 360 attack, and this time I was ready for it. Everybody, either she missed or we dodge correctly. Poison Ivy is going to break out and run away. She's pretty hurt at this point and doesn't want to give me any extra VP. And she seems to be a lot faster than my little goons. So, yeah. Okay, so I decide to activate the Joker. He breaks off. I spend the most I can on movement. So, there he is. This is a pretty cool part. Joker's got some range and he's got vision. In this game, well, anyways, that's a street lamppost, so I would have been able to see her with anybody. Game takes place at night, so most of the time your vision is limited. Joker has a special rule where he can see anyways, so he's gonna throw some exploding teeth at her. If you ever played Arkham Asylum, you know exactly what we're talking about. She takes a couple points of stun. And here comes Mac the Knife coming up behind her. Things are not looking good for Poison Ivy. So again, start with a new turn. This time Mark wins initiative and decides that he is down in points. If he can knock out the Joker here, who's pretty wounded, he can basically catch up with one big hammer blow. So here we go.
Donkey Valley. Just from where you're standing? Okay, so as you enter that area. I was thinking. So I need what? What's your defense? 4.
Defense is 4, yes.
Wow, good job, Harley. I wanted to see her beat it up. Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we needed you for that.
But there is another.
Okay, so with that, I decide to break out Joker, who's going to continue to sling, his teeth at Poison Ivy, and he's successful again. So I was able to hit, and actually, I think no. Yeah, actually, I hit this time, and I do 1 wound, and then Poison Ivy goes. She's gonna put everything into her attacks, and trying to desperately knock out Joker, but fails to wound on all the things. So Joker escapes this turn with his life. Baseball bat guy, he's just gonna hug the Titan virus marker to score some additional points, and I'm gonna continue to run down Poison Ivy with Mac the Knife. Alright, so continuing on. I think I win initiative this turn. Start off with the Mac the Knife, who puts another 2 points of a stabby stab blood damage on Poison Ivy there. So as you can see, Harley Quinn goes in for the big hit and then whiffs once again. If you slow that down, and I should have, I really should have. I think it was like a 2, 1, and 1, 1. So 4 action points into that hit and nothing. And then I go with Joker, who's going to stab you know, might as well go in for Poison Ivy. She is knocked out of the game, so I score additional points for knocking out a leader, and it looks like it's just bad for the duo of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. So final turn, let me just wrap up my thoughts. Poison Ivy unable to recover, and Harley Quinn finally takes out the Joker. So unfortunately, a little too late, too little too late for that crew, as I've been scoring off, controlling the T-Virus the whole time. But all in all, I am really impressed with this game. I think Mark played good. His dice kind of betrayed him at the end. I thought Joker should have gone down a lot earlier, but that's not the point. I'm going to do a kind of a special thing for the holidays, and we'll talk more about Batman later on. But for now, I'm glad you guys stuck around. I know it's been a while since I've done a battle report, and so I'm very appreciative that you're still around. So trust me, I will do. I'm really impressed with this game, and there's one more video that I'm going to do at the end of this year. Kind of a special one. I might as well tell you, it's going to be a top 10 games, and I'm going to talk more in depth about Batman, because spoiler alert, it's going to be on the list. I'm that impressed by this game. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.